turns on the $1 million, the $750,000.
His partner.
He's always going to talk over you.
From the Guano country of Mexico, the greatest luchador since Mil Mascaras. Ladies and gentlemen, es muy bueno. Yo soy hechicero.
For God's sake.
The mad scientist of Lucha Libre, the alchemist of the ring, Hechicero, a very potent addition to the Don Callis family. And despite what Don says, he is not Hechicero. The man in the mask is Hechicero.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just blows my mind that Hechicero, such a great tactician, is with the Don Callis family. That's a head scratch. This one is not.
This is a $1 million winner-takes-all trios match. Joining them from Osaka, Japan, weighing 236 pounds, he's the AEW Unified Champion, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika
Okada tied for the lead in the Gold League of the 2025 Continental Classic with 6 points. Tied with his fellow Don Callis family member Kyle Fletcher and Speedball Mike Bailey. But again, tonight, points aren't on the line in this match. Cash money is.
I am really excited about seeing the Bucks, Kenny Omega together once again. I think this is a big moment in AEW. I really do. A big moment that we've had.
Oh, how about this? Bit of a throwback.
And I'm digging this even more now.
Tonight in Manchester, Matt and Nick Jackson, Kenny Omega reunited. $1 million on the line. But we heard from Kenny Omega last week, Tony. He said money doesn't matter to him. Getting his hands on Don Callis, sticking it to Don Callis is what Kenny is about. And we are unfortunately joined at the desk by Don Callis.
What? I just heard the last part of that. Who's sticking it to me?
Kenny Omega is Don Callis. He is out after you. Doesn't worry about the money. Doesn't worry about the $1 million.
Well, I worry about the money.
Well,
it's my money. I earned this money.
Wait a minute. The Bucks earned some money too.
The Bucks screwed me.
Well, it was the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander that won that $1 million prize. I got Full Gear, but now the Bucks competing for the $1 million, 750,000 pounds. You got a calculator app on your phone. You can convert it to the local currency, whatever. It's a lot of money on the line here tonight on this 3-hour broadcast of Dynamite.
Take a look at the talent in the ring, if you will. My goodness.
Konosuke Takeshita, the man I replaced Kenny Omega with, and when I started the Don Callis family.
It was Kenny Omega that opened the door for Konosuke Takeshita to join All Elite Wrestling a number of years ago. Takeshita, a standout at that time in DDT Wrestling. Kenny Omega's former home in Japan before he joined New Japan Pro Wrestling. And it was Omega that vouched for Takeshita, opened the door for him, and it was Takeshita alongside Don Callis that really, stabbed Kenny in the back.
Well, you neglect to mention the fact that he pinned Kenny twice in 6 days, a feat that has never been done before under my tutelage.
Certainly did. That was a couple years ago. Once in Wembley Stadium, and then 6 days later in Chicago, it all out. Takeshita now, went for the Takeshita line. Kenny had it scouted, and arm drag instead.
Let's remind the fans, we have a 3-hour telecast of the Holiday Bash here tonight. 3 hours right here on TBS and HBO Max. Hey, it's Holiday Bash week.
Now the Bucks coming in, quick tags in and out, and that's right. Collision special 1-hour broadcast this Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 p.m. Pacific, coast to coast on TNT and HBO Max. The Bucks, pull back elbow, take Takeshita off his feet. Okada comes in, the drop kick, and he gets knocked into Hechicero, but Hechicero steadies himself and
look at Rick Knox allowing 2 men from the opposing team to be in the ring at the same time. Now 3. Come on.
the Don Callis family would never do that, right, Don?
Absolutely.
Well, obviously not. We only got one guy in the ring right now, and it's Takeshita.
He wasn't talking about now.
Wow. Kenny Omega is jealous of Takeshita, I can tell you that.
Oh, what about that triple team?
The Elite.
Has anyone stopped to mention that 2 of the guys who have had the most success against Kenny Omega are both in the Don Callis family? I'm talking about Takeshita and Okada.
It's almost like you built it that way, but right now this $1 million trios match continues. Don't go anywhere. Takeshita.
Hey, come on, Frank, let's go, come on, 1.
Takeshita now with Matt Jackson in the corner, and the Don Callis family seizing on him. Excuse me, Nick Jackson, but it wasn't too long ago that Kazuchika Okada and the Young Bucks were close friends. But that all ended. Hechicero slamming Nick down. That all ended when Okada showed his true colors and reaffirmed his commitment to you, Don.
Oh, absolutely, which is fantastic. I mean, I engender a lot of loyalty from my followers, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do know what you mean. And having or getting Okada in the Don Callis family had to take an awful lot of convincing.
Actually, it wasn't that hard because we put the 2 people who have had the most success beating Kenny Omega other than Takeshita together, and it worked out well. Look at Okada now. I mean, Okada's never been higher in AEW than he has been since he joined the Don Callis family.
I think Okada was doing pretty well for himself before joining the Don Callis family, Don. Okada. Nick isolated in the corner, back elbows. Cheap shot there from Hechicero.
Great short right hand by Hechicero. Hechicero's got heavy hands.
And now Okada and Takeshita working in tandem there against Nick Jackson. And there are still some simmering tensions, I would imagine, between Okada and Takeshita. We've seen how that situation has developed over the last few weeks and months here in AEW.
It's called healthy competition. As someone who was never more than a D-level athlete, you wouldn't understand that.
Jeez. Sorry, Excalibur.
Look at Nick Jackson. What a great athlete, but what a piece of garbage as a human being.
I thought he was complimenting me, actually. D-level pretty good for me.
Okay.
As Hechicero is going after the knees on Nick Jackson.
For a dummy.
That was dynamite dropping. Really had to cut me off to get that one in here.
Got the contract signing coming up for that big 3-way coming up at World's End.
Quick tags in and out, and a big body blow from the Alpha Kenosuke Takeshita.
Itchy. Hey, come on, let's go. Come on. You can't just be coming in like that. Let's do this. Come on.
$1 million up for grabs in this big-time trios match. Nick Jackson trying to make the escape to his corner to tag in either Kenny Omega or his brother Matt, but it is Omega that gets the nod and Omega into action. Big hammer into the chest, 2 in a row, bouncing Hechicero around, and a third. Hechicero ducks underneath.
Oh.
Kick to the midsection. Remember Omega, that battle with diverticulitis.
Oh, come on. Enough with that.
It played a big factor. It was a life-altering situation for Kenny Omega. It was a miracle that he came back to the ring, that he's been able to compete at such a high level, Don.
Oh, he's an incredible athlete. He's just completely without direction without me. If I was still managing, we'd have kicked out of that diverticulitis in a week.
Oh, for crying out loud, Don. Now that's bull, and you know that. You're so full of it, but even more so with that comment.
Look at Okada now. This reminds me of back in the good old days. He's just dominating Kenny Omega. Now you talk about teamwork. Here we go.
Takeshita.
Wait a minute. Is this teamwork Excalibur?
We talked about the simmering tensions, and the tensions, I think, are about to boil over between Okada and Takeshita, but a double suplex.
Okada was worried about the disqualification Excalibur. That's why he told him to get out.
Is that what the stare's all about?
Of course.
Okay. You know, what a crowd we got here tonight. It's one of our biggest. We had over 300 Dynamites here on TBS broadcast. Here, a sellout crowd, over 10,000 in Manchester. One of our biggest nights ever. So glad you could be with us.
And as Takeshita and Don Callis doing some strategy sessions there, Don. But Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada, this is the first time, I believe, that these two men have ever wrestled here on Dynamite. Of course, they had that classic bout for the unified title earlier this summer at All In Texas. And really two men who've been longtime rivals in there. Without Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada is not the wrestler that he is, and likewise Okada, not the wrestler that he is without Omega.
Yeah. Oh man, Kenny can still go, buddy. Diverticulitis, being stabbed in the head with a screwdriver doesn't matter. Kenny Omega is a remarkable athlete. There you go.
The attacks on the abdomen by the Don Callis family, but Omega able to shake it off. A pair of rights for Okada and Takeshita, sending them down to the floor. And now Hechicero in the corner, but Omega had his back turned. In comes Takeshita.
He was focused on Hechicero, where he should be, but knowing that, Takeshita's on the outside. This could be a smooth transition, I bet, to a tag.
Omega.
Well, not that smooth, but the tag was made.
Tag made. Omega, the
There
moonsault.
you go.
Nick Jackson, the senton.
Blind tag.
Backstabber, and Matt Jackson is the legal man. The elbow drop.
You don't want to let the Elite get going, that's for sure.
First time back together, but looks like they're recapturing the magic because look at the fans standing here.
Okada in. Elbows to his former friends, the Young Bucks, and a shot for Kenny Omega as well.
Okada hates the Young Bucks.
Really?
He does.
I don't think so.
He told me he used them because of their position when he first came here. Never liked them.
He may hate him right now after that great tandem maneuver.
Hurricanrana from the Bucks, and now Kenny Omega. And the Elite.
This is a great moment.
You hear the thunder coming from Manchester, and Kenny Omega.
Oh, yeah.
And the Young Bucks terminate the Don Callis family.
Damn it.
An incredible Dynamite moment that we all just witnessed and looked at the fans and listened to them. Wow.
Matt and Nick Jackson, Kenny Omega, the reunited Elite, look sharp here. They have the advantage, but they need to press it if they want to get their hands on that $1 million prize. And Don Callis is clutching very, very closely.
But we're in Manchester, not the safest place. I gotta keep a handle on it.
Oh, Hechicero now.
Look at this.
Matt Jackson, the hammerlock, and spin him around. Matt signs his bomb from Hechicero. Don Callis family with the advantage. This match continues. Don't go anywhere. $1 million is on the line. Welcome back to this 3-hour broadcast of AEW Dynamite. The Don Callis family, the Elite, a battle for $1 million going down tonight in Manchester, England. And Tony Schiavone, for the last few moments, it has been all the family.
It's been all the family, including Don Callis. Over our left, we got the cheap shots in on Matt Jackson. Good job, Dylan.
I was just defending myself.
Referee's back was turned. He didn't see it, but Don Callis, everybody saw it here in Manchester. It's plain as day that, wait a second, Matt Jackson sweeps the leg of Hechicero out, lands the super kick, but Okada cutting Matt off, preventing him from making the tag, and sending Omega spilling to the floor.
There's Don Callis, as you heard, running away from Matt.
Takeshita knocked to the floor, the double boots into the jaw of Okada. And now Matt Jackson.
Wow.
Stunner on the floor. Caught Takeshita unawares. And Okada out to the floor in pursuit. And Matt Jackson back into the ring trying to desperately tag in his brother. But Okada putting on the brakes. Kazadora into the Bulldog. Things are looking up for Matt Jackson, but he desperately needs to make a tag.
Yeah, he is so smooth as Matt, and he's got a lower back problem right now. Listen to the fans. Try to help him in. Tag is made.
Now Nick Jackson, the legal man, some relief for his brother, and now just taking the fight directly to the Don Callis family, but Okada cuts him off, boot to the midsection. Okada and Takeshita working together at least for the moment. Nick Jackson, meeting of the minds there. The overhand chop leaps over Takeshita, super kick for Takeshita, maintaining control of the wrist of Okada, and a 2-for-1 for Nick Jackson.
6 years later, the Bucks, Kenny Omega, are still amazing.
Running boot to the face on Okada, and Cesaro gets taken down. And now Kazadora into a cutter by Nick Jackson.
Just like older brother.
The Young Bucks, perhaps a little bit of risky business for Konosuke Takeshita. Yes, it was. The splash, the cover, and Takeshita able to kick out.
They almost pinned the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Almost.
As Kenny Omega saying some words to Nick Jackson, but Takeshita caught the boot and landed a massive elbow strike.
That wiped out Nick.
Knocked him all the way back to Rancho Cucamonga.
Backbreaker from Hechicero. And Hechicero with Nick Jackson isolated in the corner. A whip, and Hechicero the running knee strike. As Hechicero, that hammer lock for another mad scientist bomb. This time on Nick Jackson. But Nick able to carry himself around with momentum, and a Canadian destroyer. Hechicero just got stuck on the top of his head.
He is still stuck. But still, Nick needs to make a tag, and Kenny wants in. So do the fans. They want him in right now. Look at this again.
And what an escape by Nick Jackson. Around Hechicero and then answering, coming back with that Canadian destroyer.
After all those revolutions on that hammerlock, brother.
Okada, legal for the family, and he called out his career-defining rival, Kenny Omega.
He beat him in Dallas, he'll beat him here.
It was all in Texas, where Kazuchika Okada defeated Kenny Omega for the AEW International Championship, becoming the first ever AEW Unified Champion.
We do not get a lot of first here, but this is a first on Dynamite. Two legendary performers.
Come on!
Yeah.
What a snap in those forearms from Omega.
Like Magic and Bird back in the 80s. Brady and Manning. Some of the great rivalries. You're watching it unfold here in pro wrestling and AEW.
Okada changes levels with the uppercut, but Omega strikes back, the chop to the chest, blistering the Rainmaker. Omega charges in, but Okada turns around, sees him on the top, likes the drop kick. There, Omega had it scouted. Now Omega, one-winged angel perhaps.
Turn.
Oh, almost had him hooked, but Okada, Rainmaker, no, super kick instead.
Well, Omega and Okada know each other so well, and you're seeing how it develops here in the ring.
Counters to the counters.
Hechicero comes in, that guillotine, leg dropping. Oh, Matt Jackson, the DDT. Hechicero tried to change levels. Matt didn't let it happen, and now Takeshita, boom! Thunder, bomb, but
opportunist, the spot picker himself, Kenny Omega.
Well, if you got a spot, Don, you got to take it, right? In pro wrestling, you would agree with that. You got an opening.
A tremendous effort here by all 6 competitors. Now tags made. Takeshita and Nick Jackson legal. Super kick avoided by Takeshita. Move to the midsection from the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. The top prize in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But right now, Nick Jackson escapes the grip of Takeshita. Takeshita, though,
He held on.
for another Blue Thunder perhaps, but oh, wow!
Tag's been made to Matt.
Takeshita, he was so locked in on Nick Jackson that he didn't see the super kick coming, but he absorbed the contact. Now the waist lock. Standing switch again, and Jackson gone. Sunset flip over both men. The German suplex on Takeshita, but now Okada into the fray. Okada.
There you go.
Fake with the drop kick avoided by the Bucks, but the super kicks were not.
This is incredible. I mean, listen to this is incredible. For $1 million.
Now, the Bucks. Oh!
What timing by Okada.
Fantastic.
The drop kick from Okada, and now Takeshita. The legs are hooked.
Watch this now, the power.
The prelude to the German suplex. Matt Jackson in serious trouble here. That's just Cesaro. The slam and power drive knee from Takeshita. 1, 2. Oh no, Omega there to break it up.
Spot picker.
Kenny, no, he saved it, Don. You know that. And Kenny Omega is dumped outside.
Takes the floor. That's Cesaro tagged in by Takeshita.
Takeshita calling the play here. It's going to be a great triple team, I think.
Wait, Okada. Whoa. Hold up Matt Jackson. He was looking for a Rainmaker just as Takeshita was looking for the knee. And Cesaro trying to calm the tensions here, but
they just want to finish these guys so bad, they all want to do it themselves.
Okada messed that up.
That's how much they hate them.
and remember, there's $1 million on the line for the winners of this match. But
Hey, was that an accident when he swung a foot right to Okada's face, or not?
Takeshita didn't seem too apologetic
No, he didn't. You're
about
right.
it, but either way, it's Omega and Takeshita legal for their respective sides here.
I wonder about that move.
Omega floats over, waistlock, and transitions into the Dragon Suplex with the snap. Cesaro and Omega. Takes Cesaro down. And
Oh, he's in perfect position.
Maker, no.
Yep, good done.
Snap Dragon from Kenny Omega. 3 in a row, 1 for each member of the opposition.
Boy, the Elite firing the crowd up.
Reunited Elite competing here tonight in Manchester.
Boom!
Triple super kicks for Cesaro. His bell got rung there, and Omega lining him up. The V-trigger! No. The Elite could be moments away from $1 million.
My God, he's got him up. Every bit of 255 here is Cesaro.
It's Cesaro up on the shoulders, and now the one-winged angel with the assist. And the Elite with the win.
Give them in their money.
Your winners, and the winners of $1 million, the Elite.
Well, Don Callis just threw down his headset in disgust, and he is holding on to that bag of $1 million that now belongs to Matt and Nick Jackson. I'm sure Don Callis will be very gracious. Oh, no, he's not.
Somebody needs to stop him. He's stealing the money.
Don Callis trying to escape with that bag of $1 million. But wait a second, Okada and Takeshita in from behind. Rainmaker from Okada wipes out Kenny Omega. Okada and Takeshita.
Here we go.
Staring eye to eye. But now, turning their focus on the Elite. Raging fire from Takeshita. Rainmaker from Okada. And they're not done, Tony.
Uh-oh, this is trouble.
Another Rainmaker, another
Wow.
Raging Fire. And look at Okada. I mean, he's taunting Takeshita, and now a shove.
Listen, we have seen this breakdown before, but I think it's getting even more.
And Don Callis, for all his protestations, trying to. Well, wait a second, Omega. What? Omega picking up. That looks like a heavy wooden broom.
Whatever he could find under the ring there, Excalibur, taking it.
And Don Callis, he turned his attention away from the bag of money. Luckily, Rick Knox was able to grab it neatly, earning the $1 million prize here tonight as the situation.